And we back. Now today's video, we're doing a rebuilding challenge where I have to rebuild a team without deciding which teams I make trades with. It's not me no more. I can't look at the Phoenix Suns roster and be like, I want Devin Booker, because this wheel gets to decide. Now the way this is gonna work, we're gonna have to pull off 12. We gotta put off 12 trades in today's video, all decided by the wheel. We spin, and whatever team it lands on, we have to trade for a player on that team. It's very, very simple stuff. For example, first of all, this is a different kind of wheel. I've never used this kind of wheel, but this one's kind of fire. Watch this, watch this. We click it, we hit spin, and then it has this nice zoom in animation. Come on, chat. That is crazy. So in this hypothetical situation, we'd have to make a trade with the Washington Wizards, and then we'll eliminate them. And well, we can't make another trade with them. So it should be a lot of fun. It should be a challenge. Be sure to leave a like on the video, and let's get into it. So of course, first thing on the agenda is to randomly select a team. I'm gonna close my eyes and stop in 3, in 2, in 1. We're playing with the Boston Celtics. Why do I feel like I end up with the Celtics like 1 out of every 5 videos? It makes no sense. But it is what it is. Let's see what number pick we get with the Boston Celtics. Another situation where I end up with like almost the dead last pick. Now I'm saying this right now. We will not end this video. This is me talking to you. We will not end this video until we win a championship. The last video I put out here on KOT for Cube, we failed the challenge, and I don't like the way that made me feel for the rest of the day. So I will not end this video until the challenge is done. Whether that be 20 minutes, whether that be 3 hours. Let's hope it's not. See, I was streaming on Twitch, and it took me like 2 hours to finish the challenge. So let's hope that that's not the case today, because come on, y'all. I can't be here for 2 hours. It's already 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so our team is looking like Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker, Lou Will, DeAndre Jordan, Aaron Bainsey, Norman Powell, Joe Ingles, Ish Smith, Pau Gasol, Luka Mute, Cameron Johnson, Sekou, Ty Jerome, Wesley Iwundu, and that is our roster. So now we have to figure out who is the first team we have to make a trade with. So we're back at the wheel, and we're going to spin it 3 times and see what it lands on. The team that we have to make our first trade with is the OKC Thunder. Now the Thunder have Damian Lillard, they have Marvin Bagley, Julius Randle, Aaron Gordon, Elfrid Payton, Marquise Chris. This team ain't really got it like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't really got any real good pieces that I would want. They do have him and Bagley untouchable. So like there's not even really that many pieces to even trade for right now, because their 2 top players are considered untouchable. So, okay. I guess we could go with Aaron Gordon, because he's still a quality NBA player. Now, we could do some things where we trade for like the worst player on the roster. Like we could be like, hey, Deontay Burton. Oh no. Oh, we can't use Trade Finder. Look at this is a 70 overall. Only you want A, one of the greatest centers of all time, and B, I get 2 of the greatest centers of all time. For Deontay, yeah, we can't use Trade Finder. I gotta build my own trade. Now, another reason I'm starting to like this challenge is because it makes me have to make my own trades, because y'all know we usually go see who's rebuilding or selling and try to steal their pieces. Well, I'm gonna have to make trades with teams that are considered contending, considering buying, and it's gonna be harder to make trades for those teams. So we'll see what we can do with this very first one. I'll throw you Joe Ingles. Obviously, that's not enough. We need to make up like 4 more million, and we have. I'm willing to give up Cam Johnson. He may not be a super valuable asset to them, but I mean, Aaron Gordon is 2 stars. Cam Johnson is 2 stars. I mean, I don't want to give up a first in this trade. So if I could throw in seconds instead, come on, just take these seconds. There we go. First trade is done. Aaron Gordon is on the team. Now, just because he is on the team now doesn't mean he'll end there, but we do have a better starting power forward than what we did a couple minutes ago. And now OKC is off the list, so we spin it again. Let's see what team we get this time around. It looks like we're talking to the general managers of the Brooklyn Nets. All right, the Nets are interesting. They have Russell Westbrook, CJ McCollum, Dwight Howard, Serge, Davis Bertans, Tomas Satoransky. I want to try to trade for Russell Westbrook. I want Russell Westbrook on the team, man. I want him on the team. Now, it's going to be hard, but we do have some valuable assets here. I'm trying to think this through. I would rather keep Devin Booker on the team to pair with Russell Westbrook instead of Jimmy Butler. So let's try to pull off this type of deal. They're similar overalls, so it may not be that crazy. We throw a first round pick. They said they're fine. What if I also give you Ty Jerome, who's 1.5 star value, and a second, and 2 seconds? Do we have another second? I don't want to give up 2 first round picks in a trade for Russell Westbrook, especially because we're kind of moving laterally. You know what I'm saying? An 89 overall and 88 overall. So I don't. How about the CJ deal is not really up for grabs, really. I could trade for Dwight Howard. He's obviously a cheaper center option than what we have now in DeAndre Jordan. They're same overalls, cheaper, but the money would have to match. Oh, man, yes. We definitely got a challenge here, ladies and gentlemen. But instead, I think I have to trade for Alec Burks. If you know, you know. I mean, about 200,000 people watched that video. So a lot of people understand the idea of trading for Alec Burks. We're swapping first round picks, and then I'm also throwing a second round pick. So trade number 2 is done. Now the trade will make sense eventually. I know that Alec Burks has the value for us in the future. But here we are with spin number 3. Like I said, we have to do 12 different ones. This is only number 3, and we're ending with the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are a young team. They got Zion. They got Wendell Carter, Devontae Graham. They got RJ Barrett. This is a very, very young team. And because they are very young, we won't be able to make any big splashes. Because, you know, Zion Williamson's trade value is ridiculous. Wendell Carter's trade value is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Just because they have that young factor. Tobias Harris is technically the best veteran player there, but he's making so much money that I wouldn't even want to trade for that. So let's see what we can do with this roster. So we're trading our first young piece, Sekou and Pau Gasol, one of the youngest players in the league and one of the oldest players in the league, and one big trade to bring in Devontae Graham and Tyreke Evans. That is a big time deal to me. And y'all know we're gonna probably make Devontae Graham a shooting guard because he fits more is that way, because he likes to shoot the ball a lot. What can I say? He likes to shoot the ball a lot. So there's that. Now, we're not right now in these early trades. We're not really team building. We're just getting assets. And then once we get to like the second half of the trades, that's when the team building really is going to get up there. But now it's time to continue our quest to trade. And the next team we're landing on will be the Orlando Magic. All right, y'all. So we're about to try to pull off one of the most ambitious trades. I mean, I've traded for Steph Curry before in 2K20. I traded for Kevin Durant before. So I'm not going to say it's out of the realm of possibility to snag James Harden. You can see this team's target list. They want Montrezl Harrell, they want Anthony Davis, and they want Alec Burks. I have Alec Burks. So let me see if we can make this deal happen. We're going to try it. And if it doesn't work, we'll trade for one of these lesser known players or less valued players. But James Harden, 97 overall. Jimmy Butler's 4-star value, so is Devin Booker. I'd rather keep Devin Booker, even though technically James Harden's a shooting guard, so we probably should trade the shooting guard for shooting guard. But they're the same value. And I think, you know, James Harden ran point guard for like 2 seasons a couple years ago. So I'm okay with giving up Jimmy Butler. If I have to switch Devin Booker, I will. But right now we don't have to. So we'll give you Alec Burks. We'll give you, who else has value on our team? Ty Jerome has 1-star value. Tyreke Evans has 1-star value, 1.5-star value. 2.5-star value on Aaron Gordon. Lou Williams, 2.5-star. DeAndre Jordan is 3 stars. Okay, that makes sense because they don't really have a good center here. Okay. So what's the money situation like? Oh, they just need players. So give us back your worst player, which is Hami Diallo. Now let's try to fill with some picks. 1 first-round pick, 2 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks is not enough. It's not enough. Okay, no big deal there. Let's try to reorchestrate this deal around Devin Booker. Like I said, I'd rather keep Devin Booker, but if it makes the trade happen, we'll do it. If we can make it happen, we can't. If they didn't accept that, they're not going to accept anything else we throw at them. They won't accept anything else we throw at them. So, trade is dead. I tried to chat. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw me try it. I tried to pull off a very ambitious trade, but it did not work out. No big deal, though. No big deal. We can make something else work out, like trade it for a better point guard. And, man, I wanted James Harden on the team bad. So, Malcolm Brogdon, I'll give you Aaron Gordon and a second. And I know Ty Jerome don't got much value to y'all, but y'all want him in this situation in a late first-round pick. Okay, so we have Malcolm Brogdon. I wish that we were able to pull off the trade, that the idea was there. I think all the pieces were, but they were not budging. No big deal. Maybe we can get a big splash on a superstar in the future trade. So we've only done 4 trades so far, so we got plenty more to go. So, you know what I'm saying? We might get that superstar. We might get him eventually as we move on to make a trade with the Detroit Pistons. Now, the Pistons have Kyrie Irving, Gallinari, Victor Oladipo, Thomas Bryant. Let's try to get another star. 91 overall, so it should be easier to trade for Kyrie. First of all, we got to see if he's untouchable. So let me just throw Malcolm Brogdon. We need to make up $6 million. And I'll give you Norman Powell. So he's not untouchable. He's not untouchable, chat. So we can potentially do this. I keep saying chat because I've been streaming a lot on Twitch, twitch.tv/KOT for a Q if you were wondering. So I'm used to talking to chat now. I'm one of those guys. So yeah, I keep saying chat and I don't mean it because this is a YouTube video. So nobody's even here with me. There it is. I don't know what I just gave up. Honestly, I maybe have gave up too much. I don't remember what I gave up. I gave up Malcolm Brogdon, Norman Powell, 2 first-round picks, and Alec Burks. Simple. Maybe they had Alec Burks on their target list or something. I don't know. But Kyrie Irving is now with Devin Booker and Jimmy Butler. Now, our bigs need a lot of help. So the rest of these trades are going to be trying to get us better bigs. Now, lucky for us, we still have some contracts in Lou Williams and Smith. And DeAndre Jordan's contract is kind of big. But that's trade number 5. So we still have 7 more trades to pull off. Wow. But Kyrie Irving added to the team. We got 3 all-star caliber players, and that is beautiful. And we're going to move on to talk to the Utah Jazz. I see Steven Adams here, but we won't have the money to make up for Steven Adams. So we'll try to trade for like Jakob Poeltl or something. I think Jakob Poeltl is a very gettable guy. Unless we go with like a Shake Melton, just try to get rotation players. You know, every single trade don't have to be a big time slammer jammer type trade. We could just continue to build our team. So I'll try this trade finder for Jakob Poeltl. They want Tyreke Evans. I'm not against that trade, but what about the Shake Melton? They want Wandu, but they want a first-round pick. I'd rather save my first-round pick, and we're going to just try to snag Jakob Poeltl here for Tyreke Evans. They give us a future second-round pick, and that is a quick old deal. Let's see what we have next. The next team we will be talking to is the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks have Jason Tatum, Chris Paul, Vucevic. I'm trying to go cheap here, so I'm looking for like cheap options. Our team is looking pretty solid, top 3, but we need help at this power forward center position. So that's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for a quality power forward center. And Vucevic's contract is too big, and we won't have the money to match it without giving up one of our better players. So I'd rather not do that. Mo Wagner is good. But I honestly think that if you make Mo a power forward, he gets up to like an 80 overall. And I'm not against trading for a man that's going to get up to an 80 overall. So you know what? We swap in first round picks. I'm cool with that. We're not losing much there, especially since we're going to make him a shooting guard. I mean, what happens if we make him a shooting guard? Hey, he's still a 75. It's better than a lot of shooting guards out there. We're going to make him a power forward. He's an 81. He's an 81. I really like Mo Wagner's game. I became a small fan of him in college when he was hooping in the tournament at Michigan, and he was playing in Space Jam 11. I'm like, how can I not be a fan of a guy that's hooping in some Jordans? You know what I'm saying? That's a long story, but he's on our team now, and that is trade number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 more to go, and we still don't have a center. I'm hoping we land on a team that has a cheap center that we can snag. I'm talking like a Jared Allen or something. And we're landing on the Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers have Willie Cauley-Stein. Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is not really cheap anymore. He's actually making some pretty big bank. But I don't hate the pieces I see here. One of these guys are going to end up on my team one way or another. So Portland Trailblazers, let me see what you got trade finder wise. What about for Paul George? They want Kyrie Irving. They want Jimmy Butler and Aaron Baines. They want Kyrie and interesting here. And then I'm trying to think this through. Let me think this through. Sabonis obviously is a great NBA player along with Paul George. I would be giving up 2 valuable guards in this situation. And I would have to hope that we spin the wheel and land on a guard that we can trade Jimmy Butler for. Because I can make Paul George a small forward. Domantas Sabonis is instantly, in this trade, Domantas Sabonis is instantly our best power forward. Is there a way we could get Domantas Sabonis without giving up? No, we can't. You know what? We might be able to. Portland Trail Blazers. Let me see what's up, man. Let me see what's up. Because Sabonis is on a very cheap contract at this moment. So I'm willing to give you Lou Williams. Right? Trade exception. Not enough. Valuable asset. I understand that. We got 2 first-round picks left. I'm willing to give you both first-round picks. And not Kyrie. In a second. Lou Williams not going to get it done. Is there somebody that's more valuable than Lou Williams? Do y'all want DeAndre Jordan? That doesn't make sense financially. I think we have the makings here, though. I think we could potentially pull this off. Again, if I do that trade, I just want to look at trade finder for Jimmy Butler. Obviously, we can't select any of these trades. I'm just very curious. We already landed on the Atlanta Hawks, so we can't trade for Chris Paul. We're not going to land on them again, is what I mean. The Knicks with John Wall. Kemba Walker plays for the Lakers. So we would have to hope that we land on one of those teams. You know what I'm saying? Or, no. Wow. Give me a minute. Let me decide. A lot of moving pieces in this trade. I'm trying to figure out if this is worth it. I do not. Okay. Whatever. Trade is done. Trade is done. And now we have to hope. That we land on a team that has a point guard that we can match Jimmy Butler to. That's the hope. Sabonis, I just needed that power forward. We've been talking about having good power forward / center. We have Sabonis now. That was the bulk of the trade. We brought in Fred VanVleet too. I like Fred VanVleet more than Lou Williams. I like him more than Devontae Graham. So that was just a pick for me. He's got 31 badges. He's got more badges than Devin Booker and Jimmy Butler and Sabonis. Bro, what? Freddie got the badges like that? 8 finishing, 10 shooting, 7 playmaking, 6 defensive. Shout out to him. I mean, it makes sense because Devin Booker won't have many defensive badges. I definitely didn't expect him to have more badges than Jimmy Butler, though, because Jimmy Butler's another well-rounded player. Whatever. We have 4 more trades. 4 more trades to get done, and hopefully this does not come back and bite me. Fingers crossed here that we land on one of those teams. I forgot what teams had them. We have the Phoenix Suns. I feel like I talked to the Phoenix Suns, and maybe I'm going insane, which is definitely a possibility. So no, I didn't talk to the Suns yet, but we do see Jared Allen. Bro, this is going amazingly. I mentioned earlier that I wanted a guy like Jared Allen on the team. He's cheap. He usually, and I say usually, is relatively easy to trade for, like Jakob Poeltl, Aaron Baines. I mean, I may do the Jakob Poeltl trade just because we're exchanging first round picks there. Sabonis, they tripping. Jakob Poeltl trade is done. Jared Allen is now our best center on the roster. He cannot get away from DeAndre Jordan no matter how much he tries. So cool. I say he's the best center on the roster, but I forgot this guy's on the team. Very scary territory because we don't have a point guard that we love yet. And we're landing on, well, we can't make a trade with ourselves. Or does that mean I get to pick? Does this mean I get to pick my team? Do I want to throw in some new? I'm using it like that. I landed on my own team, so I get to pick what team I make a trade with. And the team I want to make a trade with is the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jimmy Butler, and Ish Smith for Malik Beasley and Ben Simmons. Deal. I don't have any more worries. Ben Simmons, Devin Booker, Paul George, Sabonis, and DeAndre Jordan at the moment. Off the bench, we have Freddie, Mo Wagner, Jared Allen. Like, our team is looking really, really good. Let me count how many trades we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 2 more trades to go. If you follow me on Twitch, this was the video idea I mentioned in yesterday's stream. It popped in my head randomly, and here we are making greatness happen, and we're talking to the Denver Nuggets for the next trade. Sometimes those trades just pop up in the brain, and also, of course, I always use the comment section. So if you have trades you want, I mean, not trades, but you have video ideas you want to see me do, as always, leave them there, and I'm always going through and everything. So we landed on the, I literally forgot that fast. Whatever team Luke is on. What team is Luke on? He plays for the Nuggets, right? Let me see what we need as a squad. A backup small forward is what we need to be looking at. So let's go find a backup small forward. And whoever their small forward is, that's who I want to snag. I see Marcus Morris. I see Nemanja Bjelica. Both of these guys, I could switch to small forward and make it work. So let me see. Marcus Morris, they want DeAndre Jordan. I see Aaron Baines. I see Freddie, not happening. So that's not going to work. Harrison Barnes is definitely not going to work with that contract situation. So let me see Nemanja Bjelica. They want Aaron Baines. You know what? As much as we love Aaron Baines, I'm okay with making the Aaron Baines deal because our centers positions, like, we have two that I trust already. You know what I'm saying? So, Bainesy, sorry it had to be you, but it's all in the sake of the challenge. And now we have a good backup small forward because I'm going to make him a small forward. And I know he doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with small forwards around the league, but this is 2K. And realism is not really a thing. You know what I'm saying? So, we have one more trade, I think. The last trade of the video, potentially. Again, if we don't win a championship, then we got to do this all over again. And we're going to land on the Bulls? No, the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers have Derrick Rose. I mean, do y'all expect me not to trade for him? What does the trade finder say? They want Freddie. They want D-Book. They want DeAndre Jordan. Oh, my God. You going to cost me Fred VanVleet? One Illinoisan for another? I don't want to do this deal. I love Freddie as a backup. But I love Derrick Rose too. So how do I make a trade that deals with Derrick Rose? Seeing him back at Cleveland's kind of crazy. I'll build my own trade. I've done it plenty of times before. I'll give you Malik Beasley. You need to make up $2 million. So I'll also give you... Oh my God, how we do this? Who's your backup small forward? Who is your Oh, Andre Roberson. No, that doesn't match financially. I was gonna say, y'all know my Andre Roberson's overall jump so much. How do we make this trade happen without? Because I'm okay with the Malik Beasley swap. And you know what? I honestly think if we threw these two picks at him, they'll accept. But honestly, the money doesn't match up because Malik is making about $3 million and Derrick is making about $7. I mean, so. If we make this trade, I can make Malik Beasley our backup small forward, make Derrick Rose our backup shooting guard. That's the idea. They want the second round pick deal. All right, so we ended up getting Derrick Rose without giving up Fred VanVleet, which is a W if you ask me. Derrick Rose becomes the new backup shooting guard, and then Malik Beasley becomes a new backup small forward, and his overall jumps. Ben, D-Book, Paul George, Sabonis, DeAndre Jordan. Off the bench, we have D. Rose, Freddie, Mo Wagner, Jared Allen, and Malik Beasley. I think with the 12 trades we've done, our team is looking incredible. Now we need to go win a championship because we're going to have free agents, and I'm afraid that we're going to lose somebody. So I'll simulate, and I'll be back. Season's wrapped. 74 wins. 74. Do y'all hear that number? 74 wins. Brad Stevens is looking great. Coach of the year, man. Do we have any Boston Celtic players to make an all-NBA team? We tried to trade for you, James. We actually tried to trade for you, too, Russell. We actually tried to trade for a lot of y'all people in here today's video. Chris Paul made an all-NBA team, and I wanted to trade for him when we needed that new point guard. Jimmy Butler, all-NBA team. We traded him away. I hate when that happens because everybody in the comment section says, look, Kenny, you see what happens when people aren't on your team? And, yeah, so, it's okay because he didn't make the playoffs, and we did. You know what I'm saying? We not only did we make the playoffs, we were the best team in NBA history. Devin Booker averages 22. We have 20 points per game for Paul George, 17 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, a steal and a half for Ben Simmons. Derrick Rose, 15 off the bench. Sabonis, 12. They always disrespect Sabonis. And, yeah, we're looking good, Chad. We're looking good. So let's go on to shorten the rotation. They want Freddie to start over Devin Booker. I have never said a crazier statement in my life, but 2K is wild. We are definitely starting Devin Booker. We are definitely starting Devin Booker. So we get out of the first round. They took a game from us, but that's okay. I didn't even look to see who's on the team because they were the 8th seed. Steph Curry, Terrence Davis, Eric Gordon, Blake Griffin, and Andre Drummond. That's actually a pretty solid team here. Pretty solid team. So no surprise that they swept the 5 seed. They're going to get swept by us. 3-0 us. 4-0 us. I mean, when you win 74 games, you know what I'm saying? No team is a matchup. This team has TJ McConnell and DeAnthony Melton. No disrespect to them, but they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing on what we got. But Kawhi Leonard is such a monster in the playoffs. I cannot get it past him for him to take a game or two. Let's see. Never mind. They're down 3-0. They got swept. We're going against the Pelicans in the finals. They win game 7 with the Nuggets. And they have Jaylen Brown. They have Bam Adebayo. They have Kobe White. Oh my God, they got some of my favorite young players in the NBA. They even got Chris Dunn, who I don't hate. You know what I'm saying? But this is a very, very young team to be in the championship right now. But we have vets. You know what I'm saying? We got vets. And that veteran presence is going to be what puts us over the hump. Yeah, they are young. But they have championship DNA and Tristan Thompson. He got his one. But yeah, the rest of the team is super young. I'm actually very surprised that they've made it this far. I'm not going to underestimate. Never mind. We're up 3-0. Okay, that's the end of the video. Paul George wins his first championship of his career, averaging 31, 7, and 5 in the finals. And that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like, and we'll be back tomorrow. Peace.